All right. Wanted to do a quick live stream and give my first impression for Lumberjack Lodge. So just got it here. And I will show you the other bars I got in here that I highly recommend for all of you to try. You go over to Squatch's website, and if you hit the subscribe, that's what I recommend doing because you get a good discount on the bars. You can get them between $4 to $5 per and free shipping. And once you get your package, you can just cancel your subscription if you want. So you don't have to worry about getting any of those fees added if you cancel or anything. So there's a lot of really good bars right now, limited edition bars that are available right now on the website. And I'll show you those real quick before we get into Lumberjack Lodge. And if you scroll all the way down, you will see Lumberjack Lodge on here. And it's down here with the regular bars because apparently this is a full-time bar. So if it's going to be a full-time bar, it better be good. It better not be like a dumpy bar they add to the full-time lineup and then leave out other really good bars that are limited edition that I'll get to right now. All right, so let me know in the comments, in the chat, is my volume okay? Everything good, the audio? I don't anticipate many people coming in. I posted this on short notice and it's a Saturday, but I just really wanted to get this posted on my channel, my first impressions of the new Lumberjack Lodge. All right, I go ahead and get it open here. So these other bars, I highly recommend you try. Man, something smells smoky. There's the Lumberjack Lodge. All right. All right. Got everything on my order. Squatch's shipping is so much better than it used to be. And they always get the orders right. I used to deal with them putting like sending the wrong bars, shipping it out after like, you'll place your order and then like a week and a half later, they'll ship it to you. And then it'll take another week to get to you. It used to take 2 to 2.5 weeks for your product to arrive. Now, I mean, I ordered this a few days ago and it's always like that. And the orders are always accurate. So before I get to Lumberjack Lodge, the bars I recommend for you to try if you haven't, the spiked cider. This is my 4th spiked cider bars. I think this is the best bar 2025. This Polar Rush is really good as well. This should be in the full-time lineup. And then Ninny Scrubbins. Smells so good. So you have the Ninny Scrubbins, Polar Rush, spiked cider. If you haven't tried those, I highly recommend while they're available on the website. All right, so here is the Lumberjack Lodge. This is the 115th bar in their catalog. I'm anticipating this is the last new bar they come out with this year. So I'm guessing no new bars until 2026. All right, so here we go. Go ahead and give it the sniff test. Yeah, it does. Yeah, Jacob from New England Soap Review said this smelled a lot like Lather of the Loyal, one of those Harry Potter bars. And I agree. It's very buttery with a slightly smoky note added to it. It's a little smokier than Lather of the Loyal. So it's like Lather of the Loyal with a note of smoke. Not crazy about it. I don't think it's sweet at all. Not really. I thought it was going to have more of a syrup type scent. Well, let's go ahead and open it up. Okay. This didn't cure long enough. Oof. Show you what it looks like. Yeah, this did not cure. Look how it's falling apart. This is not a great looking bar. You see it's falling apart. It's raining soap chips. Soap flakes. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not digging this. This is just not very good. It's like a smoky Lather of the Loyal. I honestly was expecting better. So, bit let down. At least it's not like too loud. It's not too fragrant. So the strength, I think, is just right. Not too loud, but not too weak. But the scent itself just is not very good. Yeah, I'm really not liking it. But I can't be too upset with Squatch right now because, like I said, these other bars they have available are so good. I'm just glad I only ordered one Lumberjack Lodge because I don't need more than one. Of course, I need to use it in the shower, test it out. Then I'll figure out where to rank it on my rankings video. So we are at 115 now. And like I said, I think that's going to be it for 2025. I think we're probably going to get a few weeks without a new follow-up release. I think. You never know with Squatch. They'll just release stuff so quick. But this will probably not go in my hate tier, but probably be in my dislike tier. I think it's time for me to start prepping this video. Maybe I can get it out by the end of the year. How much time does that give me? 2.5 weeks. I might be able to get the video done by then. I need to go over all 115, write down my thoughts for each bar. Then I'll start recording the video. That's the easy part. Then editing. That's what takes forever with me because I edit very close. That's why my videos move so quick because I chop it up so tightly. And that is very time consuming. And this is another good bar, Polar Rush. So even though I don't like the Lumberjack Lodge, let's pull this back up. let me tell you some bars I recommend. The Stranger Things bars, I mean, if you haven't tried them, you probably should just to see for yourself. But honestly, I'm not crazy about any of the Stranger Things bars. I hate the Vecna bar. That one reeks. And the 11 bar and the Squawk bar are decent. The Squawk Signal, it actually has like two good scents, but together I feel like they clash, kind of like a cherry Coke scent and like a floral scent. I feel like if they had one bar with only that floral scent and another one with only the cherry Coke scent, those bars may be better because together it just kind of clashes. But it does add up to a very unique scent. It's probably just something you need to try for yourself. I could see some people liking it. And then the 11 bar is kind of like a lemon slash floral scent. So you go down here, this Polar Rush, I highly recommend you try this if you haven't. The Ninny Scrubbins, if you haven't. And of course, Headless Rinse, which is basically the OG Drunken Pumpkin. Very similar. Obviously, you need to try that one if you have not. Same with the Brick of the Dead, one of my favorite scents. But I'm assuming if you're watching this, you've probably already tried Brick of the Dead. But the Flannel Forest and Spiked Cider are seasonal. They're here. Flannel Forest, I think, is decent, but this Spiked Cider, the Spiked Cider is phenomenal. Best bar 2025. I love it. It's gonna be in my top 5 all time. And honestly, I don't even know yet what's going to be at the top of my rankings because I am going to retire my previous number 1, which is the OG Gold Moss Scrub. That's been my number 1. And that is my favorite Squatch bar of all time, but they don't have it anymore. They switched the formula. So now I have Gold Moss, which I do like Gold Moss. It's just not nearly as good as the Gold Moss Scrub. But I do like Gold Moss. But Spiked Cider I like more than Gold Moss. But Gold Moss Scrub, I would rank above all the others because it's just the perfect scent, the strength, the blend, everything. It was just perfect. And then they just changed the formula and called it Gold Moss, and it's just not nearly as good, although it's still good in its own right. A lot of people like the Flannel Forest. Like I said, I think it's decent, but Spiked Cider is so much better, in my opinion. And then they brought back the Grime Reaper, which I like the Grime Reaper. But say you're only going to try 4 new bars, then I wouldn't get this. I would get Grime Reaper if you've already tried the others that I just mentioned and you haven't tried Grime Reaper, I recommend trying it. But if you're going to get like the 4-bar subscription, then my top 4 for you to try would be Spiked Cider, Polar Rush, Ninny Scrubbins, if you haven't tried it, Headless Rinse, and Brick of the Dead. You've probably already tried those, though. But if for some reason you haven't, then definitely those 4. And if you haven't tried any of those, then just get a 6-bar subscription and get all 5 of those. And then probably throw in Grime Reaper, which I think is very good. The Bronco Brick is back. I thought that was decent. I'm not like a huge fan. It's not like I would recommend you try Bronco Brick if you've already tried the other ones I just mentioned. But if you're going to narrow it down, obviously that one falls to the bottom of my recommendation list. Now, I honestly really like this Calm Crush, but it's out of stock. I would tell you to definitely try Calm Crush if you hadn't. I'm not sure if a lot of other people like Calm Crush as much as I did. They've still got Wisdom Wash here. If you haven't tried Wisdom Wash, I mean this came out in 2021. If you haven't tried this, it might even have been 2020 it came out. I love Wisdom Wash though. Very nice citrus scent. But I'm guessing if you're watching this, you've probably already tried it. Sandalwood Summit is basically Brick of the Dead. It's just Brick of the Dead is limited edition, and Sandalwood Summit is in the full-time lineup. So I have no problem with that. I like that they're, even if they have to, for copyright purposes, just rename the bar, but give it the same ingredients, then I'm all for Brick of the Dead being Sandalwood Summit and being in the lineup full time. Because that definitely needs to be a full-time bar. Same thing here, Maverick Musk. That's the Batman brick. But the Batman brick, in my opinion, was too strong. Once you lather it up in the shower, it just got really overpowering. It my stomach's sensitive, so it made me feel a bit nauseous after using it. But this Maverick Musk has the same scent, but the tone is a little weaker. So when I use Maverick Musk in the shower, doesn't make me nauseous at all. It's just right. So I love Maverick Musk as well. I think that one came out 2024. Probably the best bar of 2024 was Maverick Musk. And they had, honestly, a lot of good ones to come out this year. Starting with Polar Rush, Spike Cider, Grime Reaper, and Calm Crush, and Sandalwood Summit. All really good bars. I really wish they would take the ingredients from Stone IPA and turn that into a full-time. That's such a great scent. That came out in like 2020, and they haven't re-released it, and a lot of people love that bar. I thought I was going to hate it because it's menthol, charcoal, what's the other ingredient? Beer hops combined. I didn't think that sounded appealing at all. But when you use it in the shower, it opens up. It smells so good. And then these are all full-time bars. So these are bars, if you want to try, you can wait on because they're going to be here. So if you're new or looking or haven't tried any of these limited edition bars, this is the time you need to try them now. And I have a lot of good limited edition bars on the website under subscription right now, a bunch of them. So while they're available, definitely try them. That's another thing. You don't know if they're ever going to bring it back. So say you get to where you love one of these bars, like Stone IPA, there's always a chance they may not bring it back, which is just crazy. You would think that, hey, we have a hit, we're going to re-release it every year. Like that's what most soap companies do. Like they will re-release a popular bar one time a year. So I'm okay with limited edition bars as long as you're going to, re-release them. What I hate are limited edition bars that they're only going to release one time, and then you'll never have access to reorder them ever again. And This skeleton suds, I hated this bar. It's really gross. That's gonna go in my hate tier. But the Oogie Boogie, I thought was pretty good. It's kind of like a little stronger bay rum scent to me. It has a bay rum type style going. So I'm gonna start prepping this rankings video now. I had wanted to put it out sooner, but they kept releasing new bars. So I kind of wish that they would take a longer break in between releases. So if somebody is trying to rank the videos like me, I have a chance to include them all. Um, I don't know. I'm gonna say it's either Squawk or Levin. I like them both okay. Um, the was it Hellfire and Beyond? I actually haven't tried that one in the shower yet. I don't really know what to think about Hellfire and Beyond. I'll say that it's very complex. It has like a sweet, almost like perfume scent, but then it's combined with this really pungent, smoky scent. It's kind of like the Darth Vader bar, except the fragrance side is stronger. Like the Darth Vader bar, neither scent, the charcoal or the dragon fruit, is very strong. It's a pretty mellow bar, whereas Hellfire and Beyond smells like a stronger scent. But to be honest, I'm not really crazy about any of the Stranger Things bars. Um, I don't know. They're complex, except the Vecna's Curse. I don't like that one at all. I think that one's pretty gross. Dark Knight was your Dark Knight scrub. I did not really care for the Dark Knight scrub first impression, but when I used it in the shower, it really opened up. I thought it was really good in the shower though. So that is actually going to put it. It would have went to my either dislike or okay tier, but after using it in the shower, it's going to go up to my like tier. Yeah, I'll answer this. If anyone else has any other questions or comments, queue it up now for me to get to, because I'm probably going to go ahead and wrap this live stream up soon. But I can answer any questions any of you have if you want to put in a chat. Now's your chance. Sierra Storm and Rainforest Rapids. Rainforest Rapids, I think, is okay. It's not bad. Maybe a little generic, in my opinion. It's not very exciting. Is for Sierra Storm. Sierra Storm, like I was talking about some limited edition bars that they repackaged and put to the full-time lineup. That's what Sierra Storm is. It's the full-time repackaged free solo scrub, which I think free solo scrub is decent. And Sierra Storm smells pretty much identical to it. So Sierra Storm is the full-time free solo scrub. I hope they take some of these other limited bars and repackage them and make them full time. Um, Spiked cider, this could be full time. Polar Rush can be full time. They made Lumberjack Lodge full time. I don't like this bar. I don't like this. I wish this was not full time. I would much rather have these be full time bars. And what was that other bar? The one I was talking about. Headless Rents should be full time. Repackage it. However you need to repackage these, but get these scents. Headless Rents and Spiked Cider are just two of my absolute favorites. Love the scents. And see, I really like this Calm Crush, but what's so disappointing, I'm never going to get access to it again. They're not going to re-release that bar. It's not like it's ever going to come back out. It's not a seasonal type bar. See, it seems like the only limited edition bars that they will put back out are seasonal ones. You know, like Ninny Scrubbins, because they'll come out around Christmas. Which I'm glad. This is probably like the third release for Ninny Scrubbins. See, this is what they should do to the other popular bars, like the OG Drunken Pumpkin. They went so long without re-releasing that, and then they just made it Headless Rents, but Headless Rents is seasonal. But at least they're coming out with that Headless Rents, Werewolf Wash, Brick of the Dead, Count Suzzla, the Halloween bars. So they come out with those once a year. Okay, this is what I was going to say. The Mountain Meadow is another bar that they made full time this year. I don't know why. It's not good. And then you've got this Coastal Mist. The Polar Rush is so much better than Coastal Mist. Polar Rush should be the full time bar. Coastal Mist, it's gross. It's like milk and magnesia or something. It's just not a good scent. All right. Catch you guys on the next one.